Welcome to the podcast you're probably only listening to because you're bored and have nothing better to do.
I thought you were going. Fine.
I
Hi,
thought you-
I'm Tanner. I have nothing better to do because of the fact that I'm bored and hate schoolwork.
I'm Josiah.
And I'm Shrieker. Welcome to the Locksmith Podcast. Today, we'll be talking about personal experiences, drama, and pastime. Because, quarantine, yeah. Anyone
Yeah,
want to start?
You know.
Quarantine.
So our first topic today. Wait, no, Shrieker, you already introduced it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Shoot. Okay,
I didn't say it in correct order, so you can go ahead and say first topic.
it's fine. Our first topic is pastimes. So how to pass the time while we're in quarantine.
Hey.
I mean, you can run your own podcast like we are now.
Yeah.
yeah,
or-
that's what we're doing.
Or you can do the one thing everyone should do, and that's browse Reddit.
Yes.
Browse Reddit, yeah.
I mean,
Get
that's
Discord,
pretty much what I do.
talk to your friends. That's also
Hi.
pretty good.
I just
I'm
want to point one
not on
thing
the
out.
privileged level of having access to Reddit.
I just want to point one thing out, Shrieker. If I'm
Yeah.
saying browse Reddit, you genuinely think I'm going to socially interact with friends.
Why don't you do both? It's what I do.
Because that is the complete opposite, in my opinion, what Reddit is for.
I feel like Reddit is just shared memes.
It
It's
pretty much is.
It's share memes, get karma fast. Let's be honest, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
All right, so
big
Jackson,
facts.
well, does anyone have any pastimes that
Um,
they'd like to share?
you can try to set up a time to FaceTime with friends. Like, I was doing that right before we started recording this.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You can play video
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also a good one. I've been
What
catching
most
up
of
on a lot of
population-
good games that I haven't played in a while. Minecraft. Some other anime weeb stuff that you guys wouldn't understand because I don't think you
Weeb.
guys watch
Weeb.
anime.
Fucking weeb.
Binging
I
Netflix.
deal with enough weebs already.
Weebs being who?
What the? No.
What?
Reddit, War Thunder. Speaking of War Thunder, it leads us into a great segment podcast. Leads me into a great segment. War Thunder, sponsored this video is not at all. It's a great online free-to-play game where you can play over 1,000 tanks, planes,
You could
ships,
have just
boats, and
did this
helicopters.
with Raid Shadow Legends as a joke.
I guess that's two more pastimes.
Actually,
You
I
can look at a
am-
bunch of Raid
I
Shadow
actually might
memes.
get War Thunder because
It's
some
free.
YouTuber, I saw him playing it this morning, and now I want to play War Thunder. So
War Thunder, the
You can
free-to-play
also-
online war.
You
Inspect.
can also get
play in a
into watching.
tank, you can kill people, blow up stuff.
Well, considering the fact that on my Steam account I have 496 hours logged, I know a good amount of it.
But why?
Got lots of planes. You got
Okay, let me explain this to you, Shrieker. When you get involved in War Thunder, you lose all sense of life.
You are the game.
Yes.
Tanner essentially dies every time he plays War Thunder. He just becomes
not-
the game.
You're not
He
wrong.
hibernates.
Tanner, Lord of War Thunder.
You're not. Oh, no, you're not wrong. But I just kind of, because I have a guy who plays from Australia. I have to stay up till like 2 in the morning in order to play any good matches with him because time zones.
Yeah. Yo, how do you think the world would run if time zones weren't a thing? Like,
Horrible.
Australia's night would be day.
Well,
It would be like,
Be
hey, it's
terrifying.
3:00, or hey, it's noon. It's time to eat lunch. The
No,
heck, no, it's midnight.
I just want to put one thing out. What if every single country, like, I know it's not possible, but imagine this. What if every country was like Antarctica, where you had a month, where you had half the year of 24 hours of sunlight and half the year of 24 hours of darkness? Just imagine that,
Oh,
if the
dude,
world could do
imagine.
that. That
Well,
would be
humans
horrible.
would probably be a lot different in the way that we live.
We
probably
just hibernate
hibernate.
during the night.
I personally think
Yeah.
there won't be much change, considering the fact that people already spend a decent amount of time. Some people spend up to 2 or 3 years in Antarctica without coming home.
I mean, that's true. I mean,
Which-
Yeah.
I'd full willingly do, by the way. I'd full willingly go and work in Antarctica.
Really?
Mhm.
Why?
Well, why not? How many people can say that they've gone to work in Antarctica out of their own free will?
Very few.
Because they know better?
Yeah,
You
really.
realize you get paid for it, right?
Yeah.
Like $1 million, but for 2 to 3
No,
years.
not a million. You get paid basically average wage, maybe some more.
So not 1 million.
No,
But you get to be isolated from most of society.
well, that's only
That
in
is
the
a
winter.
death sentence.
That's only in the winter because the fact that planes cannot fly to Antarctica in the middle of winter because they can't see, they can't navigate.
Well,
They
I
don't
mean,
know where
like
the rocks are.
physically, you're apart from the rest of society.
You'd be physically, yes. Over the internet, you're actually pretty well connected. In the summer, there's well over like 2,000 people in Antarctica at a time.
Pretty much anywhere, you're pretty well connected to the internet. The
Except
majority of the Earth.
except most of the Middle East, some parts of China, most parts of Asia,
Not many parts of North Korea.
and none of North Korea. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like Kim
Well,
Jong Un would
Yeah,
have
Kim
pretty
Jong
good.
Un has access to the internet.
Do you know South Korea's Wi-Fi is like top tier? Like,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
It's like one of
And
the
it's
best forms of Wi-Fi in the world.
Yeah, and it's right under North Korea, which I find ironic.
Well, you know, in order to attract crossers, you know what they do? They
What?
blast K-pop across the North Korean
Oh yeah,
border.
across the border. Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Oh,
Or I haven't seen it.
imagine like publishing a YouTube video, like if we publish this podcast, and you just like see that one view from North Korea. You're just
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You'd have to go to
Yeah,
statistics somehow.
I mean, it would probably be like if you have a view from North Korea, it's probably someone from the government,
Yeah,
like almost
I feel bad
certainly.
for people. I feel bad for people living in North Korea. Like,
Well, I mean, the
they,
people in North Korea don't really know that anything's any better outside. So I mean,
yeah, they
they're
think
not
everything
really.
else is almost as gloomy as what they live in.
I think, from what I can tell, most people living in North Korea are, well, besides the people who want to escape. But I mean, most are, as far as I can tell, I mean, at least a little content. There's some that are like,
Yeah, there are like famines bi-yearly, which is kind of bad.
Well, I mean, you also have to think about this. Even within their country, they're not allowed news of their own country. You have to think about that. So therefore, they don't even know when things are what's going on. And the only news they do hear about is of, and I quote, from their own news source, the glorious leader.
Huh. Neat.
What?
That's how does he still like manage to keep this power? What if the army just revolts?
because they don't. I mean, the army has so much power there.
That's what's going
Yeah.
on.
It's like Soviet. It's like
Wait,
it's
what?
still
Wait,
communism.
There's so many
Wait.
people there that support Kim Jong Un and the government and the way that things are because they live good lives. That if some of the army would to revolt, the other part of the army would also would fight back.
We also have to remember, North Korea has mandatory conscription, so therefore every male, and I think everyone, is required to be part of the army.
Yeah.
That's also for like Korea in general, for at least 2 years, right? I think they have to serve the military if you're a Korean citizen.
I think no. If you're a North Korean citizen, you have to serve. Period. If you're a South Korean male, you have to serve for 2 to 4 years. I think that's South Korea.
Yeah. Jackson, you were saying something about the army?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Okay.
I might have said something. We'll go check the recordings out. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but back to what we were doing with pastime. I don't
Yeah.
know how we got
Yes.
to North and
Past-
South
well,
Korea.
one more pastime talking about North Korea.
Yeah, really. We just spent like 10 minutes talking about North Korea.
No, one more pastime. Talking about random crap on a podcast you're supposed to be making.
Exactly.
Ooh, boy.
Good idea.
How I'm dealing with absolute sheer boredom is doing work around the house when my parents tell me to.
Yes.
Um
Sure.
I'm playing a lot of video games.
Oh yeah.
Doing schoolwork, of course, because Alabama school, online stuff. You know, there's like one of the very few high schools that are doing online learning. Like the others are finalized. The other high schools are finalized.
I have friends in who.
So the rumors are true. It doesn't.
Completely optional. Like, well, I'm pretty sure it's optional.
It's only extra credit, right?
Yeah,
That's the rumor.
It'll just boost their grades. It won't.
Yeah.
It can only help. It can't hurt.
Yeah. I mean, which I find that's super broken, and I mean that's nice for them, but come on, man.
Yeah, like come on. What about us? Like,
Well, it is. What are you expecting?
Yeah.
I mean, we have the worst education out of the 50 states.
Well, not really. But
Study. Yeah, we have the worst education. So, I mean, you can only expect that sometimes. What else have I been doing? Right. I've been working out a couple,
hey,
not
same.
much. I've been working a lot on cardio because that's what I struggle with a lot. Like most of the time I struggle with cardio. So, I've been working on that.
Oh.
I want to shave, but I can't.
I mean, I got a razor.
I have
I have a
really
razor.
bad hair.
It's just that
I mean-
my dad doesn't want me to because it's not healthy to shave so often.
I mean, I shaved this morning because, yeah. But, another recommendation of a way to pass the time: go on a hike. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
I've been going on walks with my family every day.
Yeah. I mean, I went on a hike on a mountain near, like an hour away, and I got some beautiful photos from that.
Yeah. My mom got
Just as
beautiful
long as
photos of the scenery behind me while I take photos.
Yeah,
Just make sure it's not a populated trail or
Yeah,
whatever.
not densely populated. Remember, 6 feet apart, guys. Cystic fibrosis.
6 feet.
I mean, corona. No one gets that joke. Okay, all right.
It's the
Good topic.
coronavirus.
Did everyone just go silent or
No, I'm watching something on Reddit.
That does not surprise me.
another pastime? Reddit.
Tanner is addicted to Reddit.
Yeah, I've been calling a bunch of
No,
friends.
no.
For past.
Tanner can stop whenever he wants.
But will he?
Hey, I just closed my Reddit tab. Just closed the Reddit tab.
But did you want to?
Actually, you know what? I did because I didn't like the sight of a really mushy brown apple, even though it was some kind of tart thing. So you know what?
So another pastime is stocking up on a bunch of Chick-fil-A sauce because I have a problem with sauce. But Chick-fil-A sauce and Zax sauce. I have 7 Chick-fil-A sauces and 4 Zax sauces.
Ooh, here's another good one. Browse online auctions. Just see what you can
Oh, I'm
find.
sorry.
Oh.
What?
Browse online auctions.
You know, simple things.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
what
not-
do you? What are the auctions for?
You mean like?
Um,
Well, no, it doesn't matter. It's just like
Browse
like
whatever
eBay.
interests you. eBay, Armor.com, Rock On Auction Company. You know,
Yeah.
a whole bunch of places. Just Amazon, even though they don't do auctions, but still, you know.
Oh, I got a new
Amazon's just
instrument. It's
interesting
called
to look at anyway.
Yeah.
the new instrument. It's called the kalimba. It's a metallic piano type thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's literally just wooden blocks with the metal on it.
I can
metal
pop up a
strips on it.
picture on the screen.
Oh yeah, I forgot you can do that.
With the magic of somewhat good editing, here's a picture.
Yep, a kalimba.
Yeah. It's pretty neat. Although I know very limited songs on it, I'm learning how to play it more often than not. I've also been picking up my old guitar. It's been 2 years since I've played it, but I still have a pretty good handle on it. That's also nice. I've also wanted to get another instrument called a melodica. It's literally just a piano you blow into. And it's extremely memeable.
I want to get a concertina.
What? What's that?
Concertina. Look it up. That,
With the movie
Let me go ahead
magic, here's another photo of the what's it called again? Concertina.
Yeah.
Concertina.
Or as I call it, really bad editing. Not hitting on your side, just no one can do perfect editing.
My computer is fairly slow when it comes to editing, so it's hard to do good editing on my computer.
Concertina. I'm searching.
So I do my best.
I gotta joke.
Here's your
concertina. It's literally it's accordion.
Yes, but
if you look at
the hurdy-gurdy. What?
Yeah, you've never heard of a hurdy-gurdy?
No.
What kind of pleb stuff are you talking about? You've never heard of a hurdy-gurdy? Have you never seen
Wait, what's the difference between an accordion and a concertina and a bandoneon?
A concertina is smaller and tuned higher and has less octaves you can go through. While an accordion is larger and can go deeper in comparison to an accordion or a concertina.
Okay. What about the bandoneon?
No clue, don't care.
Okay.
Just don't care.
What instruments do you guys want to pick up, aside from Tanner and I?
I have absolutely zero.
Banjo.
Tanner, are you interested in learning and playing piccolo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to learn how to play oboe. Because it's very important to concerts.
It's so you know how for the band at least my band is having to learn we have to know the F chromatic scale from the low F to high F.
Mm-hmm.
And high F is super hard to get out because you have to mash two keys with your pinky. So
first time? No, I'm joking.
You're just missing the gallows.
But then, Shrieker, if you want to learn oboe, there's also the English horn.
What's that?
Oh no.
The English horn is.
English horn.
It's like I find it better than the oboe.
Isn't it lower registered?
It is. It's the same
It's
note,
literally just a longer oboe.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
it's an alto oboe.
It's a longer, curvier oboe.
And we'll put in
an alto oboe.
We'll put in samples of this noises these instruments make just for the heck of it.
I want to call it an alto oboe because it reminds me of the alto clarinet. By the way, the alto clarinet. I do not like it. It looks terrifying. The bassette clarinet, though, now that's some fire.
How bad can it be? It can't be that bad.
It's the weirdest mesh between a bass clarinet and a clarinet.
Ooh, the alto?
Wait, those aren't altos. Oh, wait, the first two are altos. First three, actually.
First four, actually.
First four, yeah. The fifth one is bass clarinet. I don't know why that's there.
The sixth one's an alto.
The sixth one's an alto, yeah.
You know, music.
It's just so weird. You have to hold it diagonally. The mouthpiece isn't a neck. It's literally just an elongated mouthpiece. Um, and the bell is like deformed. It's half a bell. It's so bad. I don't like it. What is that? What is that?
Aerophone. That's what it looks to be. I don't know where he went. He must be having a coughing fit.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess I'm running the podcast now.
Hi, boys.
All right, now I'm. All right, look at me. I am the captain now.
Look at me. I have no idea what to say. But
This thing.
Josiah.
Yeah.
What? How does it sound like? What?
How does what sound like?
That. What was that thing you just showed on screen?
The Aerophone Mini?
Yeah. What does that sound like?
I have no idea. It just popped up when I searched alto clarinet. It looks like a cross between a piccolo and a clarinet.
It looks like a shark.
Well,
Kind of.
It looks
a
bad.
baby with a. It looks like a shark that had a baby with a piccolo. It looks terrifying.
But it's actually electronic, which is
Oh,
why it looks
yeah.
bad.
Even worse.
just nearly.
Oh my gosh, there's a trombone chandelier.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
It's a trombone chandelier. I have no idea if it's playable, but it's a trombone chandelier.
I kind of
But
want to
why?
just to see.
Okay,
just gonna-
okay. Another pastime looking at weird instruments.
Yeah,
Yes.
and learning
you
that
guys-
instrument.
Okay, here. Replace look at online auctions, but just look at weird things online.
Yeah.
Yeah, just anything
Pretty
weird.
much.
Aside from anything weird that won't scar your life. Meaning
Another
don't
thing you
go
can
to
do-
So
MSF,
pretty much just
don't
go to
get
Reddit.
you.
No, don't go to r/5050.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there, dude. It's not fun. Well, it's not
You can-
fun, but
Another thing, you could also surf the dark web, or not necessarily dark web,
No.
any part of the deep web.
deep web is the right one.
There's
Dark web.
well,
Don't go.
you can do either. It's not illegal
Okay,
to look at
no.
either.
Dark web is the bad stuff. Deep web is the unlisted stuff.
Well,
And
no.
the
Well,
surface web is
the dark
okay.
web. Okay, the dark web is the part of the deep web that has illegal stuff on it. So if you go there,
Yeah.
you could end up looking at something you don't want to look at. The deep web is
like
just
a red room. If
like
you
it's-
don't know what a red room is, don't search it up.
But I mean, like the deep web is just, it's not necessarily bad, but the dark web is usually bad.
Just don't search up the dark web. Whatever you do, do not. There will be an FBI agent, of course, with a glove and mask. 6 feet away from
Disclaimer,
you
this
at
is
the
not
door.
No, not really.
Disclaimer: this is not true. I have no idea.
Yeah, the deep web is perfectly fine to surf as long as you have the right precautions installed.
Yeah.
I mean, there is like there's stuff that could happen to you while you're on there because there's
Or-
no specific barrier between the dark web and the deep web, so there's nothing saying you couldn't come across the deep web
Or
or
very,
the dark web.
You
or
could be
very
trapped.
simply, just don't do it.
Yeah, that too.
too.
That too.
Preach.
Back.
Take Tanner's advice.
Just don't do it. Don't
Yeah,
listen
exactly.
to us. Just don't listen. Don't do it.
I have been on it 3 times, I think.
All right.
I believe.
So we all vote to kick Josiah out of this podcast now, right?
Hey, so what? Wait, what?
Wait,
No, I'm just. We don't want to be tracked down for something you did, Josiah.
Well, no,
Being
I just looked at the hidden wiki. I didn't do much. I mean,
it's a joke.
wait, yeah.
Oh, so can
So
we talk
our
about
second topic.
Wait. Before we do
Oh,
that, Flipgrid. Our school assignment requires sometimes for English Flipgrids, and if you don't know what they are videos that you post to your teacher for a prompt. You answer a prompt in video form. And it's so weird. I don't like doing it because it's just awkward. And yeah,
Especially if
that's
everyone
all I
else
wanted
can
to say.
see everything you post.
hmm
Everyone
People
else can
know how your room looks like. People can
Exactly.
judge you.
I literally just went into my basement and just pulled up a chair and just had a blank wall behind me, I think. Or maybe, I don't know, something might have been in the background, but either.
Well, Jackson, your basement, that part of your basement is nice. My basement is full of boxes and stuff.
My basement is
And
finished,
then-
so I'm good.
Then my basement is also very, very empty. There's like not much in here.
That's true.
What
A couple
what
bean
do you
bags,
mean?
couch.
You're very comfortable from the one
It is.
in there.
Yeah, but I'm currently
I'll
sitting on the. I'm just sitting in a bean bag here.
So
So, just for reference, the hidden wiki is basically a wiki that can only be accessed on the the deep web that is censorship resistant. So, anyone can edit it, and there's no one monitoring it really.
I mean,
So-
aside from your FBI agent, but
Well, no, not even them.
Your
Like they can
FBI
edit it, but no one has more power over it than others, pretty much. Like there's no specific censorship. Like you can pretty much like search anything up, and someone will probably have made something about it.
okay, all right. Right. Moving on to our second topic,
you
drama.
can go and then just be like, hey, who is
Are
the
we
president
moving
of the
on?
United States? Shrieker.
Are we moving on?
My bad.
Yeah, sure. Topic
All right.
number 2, drama.
Oh,
I'm
right,
your
the scenario
host,
from my church.
Killer Keemstar. No one gets that reference. Okay.
All right. So, does anyone have anything they want to do, like any drama they want to share first, or should I go ahead
First,
and do
I
mine?
need to go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
All right.
Drama in general is just like, yeah, I don't know.
It
Drama.
It can be good and bad. It's fun sometimes, or interesting at least. It's entertaining, but it's not necessarily good.
Yeah, but like the people who live to create drama among other people, it's like, why?
Those are just kind of like people. It's not good. Not healthy.
Yeah. Sometimes the stories can be fun later, but
Yeah.
usually they're not that fun in the moment because
Mhm.
it's drama.
Yep. Everyone's back now, and we're gonna go ahead and do a scene or a scenario of drama from my church.
Well, wait, before we do that, I just killed a cockroach. Just go ahead now.
All right. So there are, let's see, 5 maybe people you need to know for this. So there's a guy named, and these names will. We should probably change the name so that because if I bleep them out, no one's gonna know who's who. So I'll just change the name real quick. I'll write them down here.
Well, no. Just say the names. We don't have last names, right?
Well, no, but I don't think they'd want this out there, like under their
all right,
names.
yeah, okay.
So let me just make a quick. So is going to be known as Jeff, I guess. And then he can be known as Corona.
No, just not Corona, the Rona.
Oh,
The Roomba.
that didn't work. No.
Wait, where are these changes happening?
Just on the document. And then there's me. Don't need to change that. There's I've already talked about in the last podcast without censoring him.
Okay,
So I don't think I need to censor that. What?
What do you say about his name being used?
He didn't. I mentioned him in the last podcast without censoring him, so I guess it's fine this time. Well, I'll change his name just names just in case. It'll be Bob.
Bob. Nice.
This is gonna be what was it? Stephanie. Just
Waiting.
that's an inside thing between me and let's see. Is there anyone else? Oh, and then other. So not the you all know. A different. Well,
Different
some of you
Chloe.
may know her. She goes to our school, but she's a sophomore, I believe. She's a friend of mine.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, So she also goes to my church occasionally, and she came to D now, and we're gonna call her Lisa. Why not? Okay. So there's a thing my church does, and it's called D Now for Disciple Now.
Wait, hold on.
And
Okay.
And so basically, all the kids from each grade, like each grade has their own host house, and each gender has their own host house. So it's split into two different ways. So in my house, there was me, a bunch of irrelevant people to the story.
They're
Guy
relevant.
named Jeff, who's Jeff's sister is Stephanie's best friend.
Okay.
So then there's the Rona, as Tanner has titled him. And he has a massive crush on.
Ooh. Wait, you mean Stephanie?
Sorry, I had to cough. Yes.
Stephanie.
Did I say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'll just
Just
I'll
bleep
just-
it out.
yeah, I'll just bleep it out. Anyway, then there's Bob. Bob also has a big crush on Stephanie.
Stephanie.
Oh my god.
I don't
Bob and
have any. Yeah. What?
sorry, go ahead.
I don't have any relationship with any of them in this. I was basically just a bystander, sort of.
At the moment, at the
There's
time.
there's a girl named Lisa who's also a good friend of Stephanie's. And so the first night we get there, we're basically just playing ping pong, and gets there and we start talking about his crush on Stephanie, or excuse me, the Rona gets there and starts talking about his crush on Stephanie,
So we're gonna have to bleep.
and we
that one
break
out
the
too.
news to him. Yep. And
Then
So we
you
break
tell
the
him
news-
that Bob has a crush on Stephanie.
yeah, we break him the news that Bob has a crush on Stephanie,
Okay.
and he's like, "Shoot, he's trying to steal my girl." And
Wait.
so
Dudes for
Okay.
you. Most of us are fairly confident that Stephanie doesn't like Bob or the Rona.
Oh, F.
Nobody
Harry
likes the
Smith.
Rona.
So we tell him that we do not think that Stephanie has a crush on him, and he sort of fakes being sad because I think he already knew it. But then the next day, the first thing in the morning, we go to a mission project, and this was like tearing down an old supermarket to be a church. But we get there really early, before everyone
So,
else.
Religious child labor. Nice.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, it's volunteer work, but yeah.
religious free child labor.
It's
I guess,
volunteer
yeah.
work. I mean, I did that
Um,
last summer. We went
Anyway,
and built a homeless shelter for homeless women with children.
Okay, that's
But,
actually good.
yeah. But so when Stephanie and Lisa get there, we go over to them, start talking with them, and nothing really happens at the mission project. But then after the mission project, we go to bowling alley, and I'm gonna remove
Bless
my
you.
cough there.
Come on.
Bless you.
You got the Rona.
You got the
It's a possibility. But
Bless you.
coronavirus.
But so while we're at the bowling area, we have Bob. I believe I forgot to clarify. Bob did not come to D now. He was in Disney World, so he wasn't there for this. So while we're at the bowling alley, Blake, we keep trying. Me and Jeff keep asking Stephanie who she likes, if she likes Bob, because she knows Bob likes her. But she hasn't told us whether she likes him back. And so me and Jeff are continuously trying to get her to tell us. And eventually, after his turn of bowling, the Rona comes over and he tells Stephanie, "Hey, look, I have a huge crush on you." And she's like, "Yeah, I know.
Wow.
You're pretty obvious about it."
Confidence.
But I mean,
is a 9,000.
Confidence is not an issue with the Rona because he has tried to grab her hand several times during church.
Oh no.
Oh,
And she's like right next to Bob, and every time Bob just kind of
when was this?
This, I mean, all over the place. Not recently because Corona, but
No, I mean like last summer, this summer, or technically last summer.
This was, I think during. Well, I don't know. It wasn't the summer. It was some break we had. It may have been Thanksgiving break. Yes, it was 2019.
So it was last year. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So it's pretty.
And so,
okay.
yeah, this is fairly recent. And so this I forgot. There's one more character I need to mention. His name is for the purposes of the story, he's going to be George.
The jungle?
Sure, George of the Jungle.
I forgot about that guy.
But so, and for reference, George is Stephanie's brother.
Yes.
Okay.
And so, let's see. So, right. So after the Rona comes over and confesses to Stephanie, she breaks the news to him that she's known for a while and that she doesn't like him. But
that happened before me.
But she didn't tell him like directly that she didn't like him. She told the rest of us because he had gone to go bowl again.
Oh, well, that's just rude. But I can't.
He walked away after she said, "I know," and she said, "Well, I don't like him." And she's like, "I'm trying to tell him, really, like, give him signals that I don't like him. I won't accept his hand, stuff like that." And
just tell him up front. That's all.
Well, she does. She does eventually. Like after she tells us, Jeff and I go and tell the Rona that she doesn't like him, and he's like, "Oh, I really thought she did." And I'm like, "What?
What do you mean?"
But it doesn't stop there. So after that, Stephanie tells us that, wait, hang on, I don't know if I like Bob. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. And we're all like, what? Because, I mean, Jeff was really certain that Stephanie didn't like Bob.
Okay.
But so
that's a noof.
But it doesn't stop. So while we're there, Stephanie tells us that George has a crush on Lisa.
Oh.
Yeah. So we Jeff and I we were doing this so sneakily. We stood behind Lisa and started talking about it. Because I mean, Stephanie said that she had already told Lisa. Mm-hmm. And we're just like, well, I mean, because we kind of wanted to see what would happen if she knew. Like, we wanted to know if she liked him back. And so we talked about it, like, behind her, like, right behind her. And she just turns around and she slaps Jeff. And she's just like, hey, come on.
Can we
Just
get an
turns
F in the chat for
pop.
Jeff? Jeff with 3 Fs, boys.
That turns, bam.
Jeff
But,
with 3 Fs, boys.
Like, she looks at me and she points at me and she's like, I do it to you too. I don't remember why she didn't, but she said, I do it to you too. If I think she said, I'll do it to you too if you don't stop talking. And I was like, hey, I didn't do anything. I'm just talking. And so, I think Jeff said something like, wow, I really wonder if she likes him back. And she turns around again and she's like, she gets
whoa,
right about to slap him.
Just like,
But she doesn't ever give us an answer. And
Okay, smart.
but after that, we went to a the place we went had an arcade in it, and our
Okay.
church had gotten us a bunch of credits to use because they have the cards now, not the tokens.
Yeah.
So we'd gotten a bunch of credits, and so when we went to go spend them, George and Lisa almost did not leave each other's sides the entire time. And so we were all pretty certain that they liked each other. Or that Lisa liked George. We already knew that George liked Lisa. But it gets worse or better, depending on how you see it. So once we leave the bowling alley, we get back to the host home.
Mhm.
And George tells us that, wait a minute, he has a crush on a girl at school too.
wait a minute.
And he knows that she likes him back. So we're all kind of like, wait, you what?
Okay, hold on. Are Lisa and Jorge dating?
No,
No.
not as far as I know. I think Lisa has a girlfriend. So
Okay.
at least that's what I heard from, Tanner, the other male flautist.
Okay.
Yeah, hi.
Well,
What?
I mean, like Tanner, the other male flautist, the one with contacts now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, him. He told me that she has a
Tanner was so
girlfriend.
confused. Wait, hold on.
But so once we get back, I'll give her a name too. Let's call her Deborah.
Deborah. Okay.
So Deborah, George told us that he also had a crush on Deborah, and we were all like, so wait, what's the deal with Lisa then? He's like, well, I have a crush on both of them. And we're just like, you can't do that. And he's like, I know. But the thing was, we had church service the next day.
How much older was he to you?
We're about the same age.
Okay.
Stephanie's actually a year older than us. She's 78.
Wait. You might not want to say that.
Bleep this out.
I will.
I'm editing Josiah.
I will bleep out any or sensitive information.
I'm trusting you on that.
Because I'm not perfect with I can be perfect on the other side of the editing.
Yeah.
At least with bleeping.
Yeah.
But
Insert privacy protection.
so we're talking, and like this is like because we stayed up really late that night. This was like at 12 when we were talking, because the other night we'd stayed up till 3, and we weren't going to do that again because we had to be up and like wide-eyed for church. And so we were talking, and it's about midnight, and George says, or I ask him what he's going to do about it, and he's like, well, I like Deborah more. I'm just like, well, you just kind of like led Lisa on then.
Yeah.
And he's like, I know, and I don't know how to deal with this.
You buffoon.
But so, long story
Okay,
short,
come on, man.
I just talked with Jeff about it too. But there's nothing we really did about it that night. Bob did mention that he was actually gonna, like, he called me that night and told me he was gonna do it with us, Tanner.
Okay.
So
Wait, Jack. Sorry. I mean, shoot. Bob does
I'll leave
RC3.
He's going to next year.
Oh,
He and I
next
are
year?
doing it together.
No.
Yep.
That means we won't have classes together.
Yep. But so the next day we're at church. This is our we bring all our stuff from the host home to the church because we get picked up by our parents there.
Mhm.
And so during the church service, oh wait, I screwed this story up. So
Huh?
Not too badly. Not too badly. I forgot to mention one thing that happened before we went home to the host home after bowling. So after we went home from bowling,
Go backwards to the bowl area.
yeah, so this is before the midnight conversation with Jeff and George. We went to a church service. This was kind of like we have one big church service during D-Now. And so while we're at that, I tell before we go in and sit down, I tell Lisa that if she and George hold hands, I'm gonna get a picture of it. So we go in, and the guy starts praying, and Lisa reaches over and grabs George's hand because the three of us are sitting on the very end of the row, and Lisa grabs George's hand, and they hold hands for the rest of the prayer, and then once we sing and stuff, and they're still holding hands, and once we sit down, they stop, and Lisa puts her head on George's shoulder.
Poor man,
But-
he did this to
but-
himself.
George did not reciprocate, but Lisa didn't have an issue with that. She didn't seem to notice. But I did snap a picture of them while they were doing that,
Blackmail
because I
so
didn't
he
get a
doesn't
picture of
date
them
Deborah?
holding hands. What?
Blackmail so he doesn't date Deborah.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I don't know. But
So I'm assuming you didn't have to use the blackmail.
no.
We can call it that, right? We can call it blackmail.
You can. I mean, I didn't. That's not why I took it. I took it because she said that I would not get a picture. Well, she was trying to spite me by holding his hand while they were praying so that I wouldn't get a picture, is what she said afterwards. And so I did snap a picture of them, like I said, while she had her head on his shoulder. And so after the service, she says, "Ha, we held hands and you didn't get a picture." I was like, "I know, but I got a picture of y'all with your head on his shoulder." And she's like, "Wait, you did?
Wait, hold on.
Yeah." And so then after that, we go home to the host home, and then we have the conversation, and then in the morning we go to church, and they sit like on opposite ends of each other, pretty much, across the pews, and so we never figure it's. So I'm assuming George just sat away from her so that she didn't do anything again. But I think that Lisa didn't actually like him. She was just doing that in spite of me.
For fun?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cruel,
Because-
but all right.
Well, but because then Tanner at the pep rally, the pep rally we had, I was walking around before the pep rally while we were going to the bleachers, and getting
the
on top of them.
trombone player?
What?
Wait,
No.
Which one?
Excuse me, not. I'll bleep out the name. But
wait. Cut
he's
this
a
out,
flute
but,
player, male flutist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're
alright,
male.
got it.
Yeah. So I'm walking over to the thing with him, and Lisa is leaning against the poles there, or not the poles, but the railing to the edge of the basketball gym, or the competition gym, and so she and well, I don't have an alternate name for one, so he's just I'll bleep it out. But so she and start talking, and then she said asked me if I can stay
Let's call
and
Tom.
like Tom
Let's
asked
call
me if
Wyatt
I can
Tom.
stand. All right.
Yeah.
Tom asked me if I can step back a bit and let them talk alone. And I say sure. And so they hug, which is why I'm censoring this story. One of the reasons.
Oh,
But
Wait, by
I
hug,
say
what do you mean hug? Like quote unquote hug or actually hug?
no. They hugged.
Okay, all right.
Not out of affection, but just I think she needed to talk to him. Like she just needed someone to talk to. Because afterwards, I tell him, wait, I have questions now. And I told him about what had happened while we were at D now, and he's like, oh no, we aren't a thing. No, I think she actually has a girlfriend. I'm like, wait a minute,
Hold up.
wait. I was like, how long ago did she get with her girlfriend? Because but apparently she changes who she likes fairly often. So
Okay.
she may have already been dating her girlfriend. She may have not. I don't know. But yeah, as far as I know, George is still going towards Deborah, or still trying to date Deborah. I don't know if he's allowed to
But
yet.
Deborah and
The Rona?
No, Deborah and
Bob?
what's her name?
Yeah.
No, Deborah and Lisa? No, not Lisa.
No.
Okay.
My small brain. Give me a second.
Deborah is the girl that George liked.
Okay, yeah, but there's someone else.
Oh.
Yeah, Lisa
There was-
and Deborah. You said they were dating?
No. Deborah and George like each other. George liked Lisa. Lisa did not like George, from what I understand. But Lisa held hands with him and stuff. But then Lisa has a girlfriend. So, like,
Okay,
it was
but
just
Deborah likes George?
Deborah. The only thing she brings to the story is that she likes George, and George likes her.
Okay. Alright.
So yeah, it was
Notice
an
how-
interesting time.
Have you noticed how guys have like just so much less drama than girls do?
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
there is the part that, like, a lot of girls, you know, there's a lot more guys liking girls than there are girls liking guys. Like, there's not a bunch of girls funding around one guy, but there is the other way around.
Okay,
At least in our
Let me explain. Alright. So, girls have something called code, which is very complex and involves a lot of boy stuff. Or a lot of boys in it. And so that makes it a lot complicated with other people. What is that beeping sound?
I have no idea.
Tanner,
Okay.
Just ignore it.
What?
was that you?
No.
Just ignore it. I don't know what it was, but
We are being recorded by the FBI. That's right. I found you out.
The FBI.
No, I'm joking.
I swear we'll
There's a
bleep it.
knocking at the door. Uh-oh.
Oh no. What was I saying? Right. So, yeah, girls are very complicated from what I understand in terms of relationships and relationships with other people and how they interfere with relationships between even more people. But we bros have the bro code. One rule: bros before, and that's it. That's all it is. That's literally all it is.
Yeah, my code can't be said. It's a bit how do I put it? I don't know how to describe it. Vile, I guess. It starts with an F and ends with a K, and then off.
Fire truck off.
Fire truck, yeah. There you go.
Anyway, so that was my drama story. But I think, like Shrieker, you were saying that girls are complicated. They're complicated, at least to us guys.
Because
we don't know. That's what I meant to say.
I mean, they have their reasons for stuff. Because I mean,
we don't know
like,
we don't know what they're thinking.
Okay,
I mean, like, if you specifically ask them about something that you think is complicated, they can give you reasons. But it, like, for me, I asked y'all know who, and she gave me a reason that I was still thinking. What?
Your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, even reasons can, like, even once you know, can still be confusing.
Yeah, no.
I guess
I
we're
don't have
just
a girlfriend,
weird.
but I don't have a girlfriend, but I have friends that are.
You don't have a girlfriend yet, Shrieker.
Yeah.
I don't have a girlfriend. Let's not say yet.
You will have a girlfriend eventually, Shrieker.
I ain't got
One day, hopefully I will. I hope I don't.
Tanner,
get
you've
locked
had a
into an
girlfriend.
arranged marriage.
I ain't got one.
No.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
neither does
what?
anyone else here but
Yeah.
me.
Tanner had a girlfriend.
Tanner
before
has a girlfriend?
any of us, any of the rest of us.
Yeah, Tanner had a girlfriend before any of us, but they also broke up before any of us. So, I mean,
What?
Tanner, that didn't last very long, did it?
No, like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Do not. I need
Who broke up
with
context.
better than one person I know.
Okay, whatever.
Wait, what, Jackson?
Okay, so a friend of mine.
I mean, we're talking about drama, so we might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well,
Okay,
yeah.
so a
Go
friend
ahead.
of mine has an interesting situation with her boyfriends.
Mhm.
I say
Friends?
multiple
Wait,
because
wait.
he's on her 4th this school year, and well, basically, they very oftentimes she has broken up with a lot of guys because for just tons of reasons. I don't remember all of them. I can't keep track of them. They don't make any sense to me. But
Cool whip.
I think one guy lasted from like January until like the beginning of March.
Okay.
I
That's
think
the
it ended
one.
up being because he called her out on something that he thought she needed to do that she could fix that would like make her a better person, and she got upset about it and broke up with him. And then she started dating another guy.
That was just trying to help him, right? Help
Exactly.
her,
And then she
right?
broke up with him and started dating some other guy a couple hours later.
Well, I think
Hours?
Baden's actually
Not even
doing
days?
better than that person.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Because he's been going since
Wait, Jackson. Hours?
Valentine's Day.
Jackson, you were joking when you said hours, right?
No, I'm dead serious. A couple hours later.
What?
Wow.
By the time the school day had ended, she like broke up with the guy at around lunch, and then started dating someone else by the time the school day had ended.
3 hours.
3
hours.
That's the sort of stuff you get when you're dealing with elementary school drama.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then it's like, oh yeah, I like
Wait,
that guy,
okay,
but they don't
Jackson,
really.
Jackson, if you don't mind me asking, who is this person?
I'll tell
Bleep
you
it out.
I'll tell you off the thing.
Yeah, I can just bleep it.
It's still though. It's just.
All right.
Okay.
So, does anyone else have any drama?
Not really. No. I have drama that you wouldn't understand because number one, code names are not my specialty. Number two, they live in Atlanta, so. See,
okay.
I have quote unquote a second home in Atlanta with all my brown friends. You guys have those close family friend group, right? Like
sort of.
Yeah.
at least one.
Like
where you could like
Bob's family.
live
Bob's
there
family is a
without-
really good family friend of mine.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting there. Don't worry about it. But yeah, like I could live there and there would be no problem. I've done it before. I've lived there for a week. With my parents' permission, of course. But there was a bunch of drama that goes on there. And it's I've tried to be the mediator. Like, if that makes sense. I try to look at both sides, and I'm judge, jury. I also have a friend in crime that does that too. But it's just a hassle sometimes.
okay, so Jackson and Tanner.
Yo.
Shrieker, I don't know if you know about Alfonso, but he's the redhead. He's the redhead who sits at our table.
Oh, you mean?
Please no.
Wait.
Please no one yell.
Oh, this story.
You mean?
Yep.
You mean?
I have told.
Yes, him.
About this.
I will bleep that out. We're gonna talk about. I'll bleep that out.
Listen, as far as I know, he's a good guy. From what I've known of him, I've known him since.
He's not a bad guy. He's just he doesn't. Yeah, he's hard to understand.
Yes.
I understand him pretty well.
It so. Talking to the subscribers, or not necessarily subscribers, just
he's not a bad guy. To preface, he's not
talking to the recording of the podcast. Talking to Audacity, the program. So Alfonso none of us. Well, Jackson knew him before this year, but
Yes.
I
Been
did
for a
not.
while.
I don't think
for a very long
my
time.
girlfriend did. I don't think. Oh, we gotta find a name for the other girl. We're gonna have her be, the girl who was dating. I'll just say it and bleep it out.
Okay, all right.
Wait, he was dating?
Yes. No,
they
Jackson.
weren't.
No.
I know. I'm not gonna be that
Tanner,
cool. Besides, girlfriend.
Confused.
just to clarify.
I think we can all tell this story. There's actually. Let
Yeah.
me just start scrolling through my texts. I've told the story a couple times.
Well,
To
so
one person.
the thing is, Alfonso acts like he likes my girlfriend and another guy's girlfriend named Indiana. Indiana, for the purposes of the
they
story.
broke up a while.
And well,
you guys know
did
that,
they
right?
officially?
Yeah,
Did they officially?
broke
Because
up.
I know
I was there for it.
Indiana told me a while before that she didn't like him anymore. But they officially did?
Yeah, I was there
Okay.
for it.
Well,
I helped. I kind of.
Uh,
I feel bad because I'm friends with both of them, and I kind of
Yeah.
helped play part in it.
uh,
But they ended up on really good terms, surprisingly.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
were
I remember. I
really equal on the
told
show.
you about this, Shrieker. I told you about this during that day in crew.
Yeah, you told me about the like she wanted to, but I saw it through.
Yeah, she was trying to work the courage. Anyway, so Alfonso acts like he likes both of them, although he claims that he doesn't. When I ask him, he says he
also
doesn't,
acts very, very weird during the day.
and he knew that
I can find this.
he knew that both my girlfriend and Indiana were dating someone.
At the time.
So he was like, he would get in their personal space. Like while I was walking down the halls, he got in her, like he got like 2 or 3 inches away from her, and he would bump into her every once in a while. And she's had to tell him to stop several times.
Okay, so there was one. So at one point, he walked up to. Well, it was at lunch. He goes up to Indiana, and asks and tells her to give him her number. Not like asking, but like he's like, "Hey, give me your number." And then she asks why. And then he basically just says he wanted her because she was alone, and then he started giggling like a crazy person.
Oh, do you remember the time that he did that to Indiana, same girl, but he said something different. He said that he wants to be with her forever. Didn't he say something like that?
Is he okay? I think this is some kind of joke, but he won't do. He knows that she could beat him up.
Yeah.
See, I have a friend who I want her to come to our school for a day, just because she would just like she would turn him off so fast. Like he would start up again, and then she would just like, bam, nope.
No.
And I mean, like, I think he said he was like. I remember my girlfriend, like, well, I think it was 2 or 3. So he just yeah.
Did you just cause the call to lag after you cough? Corona's getting
I may
into
have.
Phones. It's literally a virus. No,
but
to preface, no, Josiah does not have corona. As far as we know.
As far as we know, I have not gotten tested. I have coughed, and I don't feel good, but I don't know. So we're just gonna go for now, unconfirmed.
We hope he doesn't have corona.
Yes.
He has the corona.
Ooh, it's 3:09. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Continue with the story.
That's about the end of the story. He just because school cut out that Friday in March, so nothing really happened after that.
I feel like
he got pretty good at not doing it.
There was a time when he just didn't do anything, but then
yeah. Then he started up again and started getting back in my girlfriend's personal space, and it annoyed her.
Why
he's a good guy.
Okay, wait.
Why were you not like?
I have one more story I want to share about this.
You never really had where you just like kind of straight up just like it. I don't know. You never really like stood up to him much,
hmm
or at least didn't seem like that.
But so I want to tell this. So to preface this, both Alfonso and I are oboists.
Yeah.
So
Ah,
we were having a sectional during our band class, and
he's
we
pretty
somehow yeah, he is. He's a good oboist. But we got talking with our oboe teacher, and we got to our friend group about something. I think she asked him if he had a girlfriend or something. I don't remember, but I said, well, no, it couldn't have been that. I said, well, most of our friend group tries to stay away from him or such. Like they just don't. He weirds them out. And she's like, oh, that's not good. Why? And I said, well, I mean, he gets in their space. He creeps them out. And she's just like, wait. And I'm like, I've told him
You
that
said this
he
in
needs
front
to
of
stop.
Christian?
Yeah, he was there.
Oh.
I'm not gonna say anything behind his back. Like this isn't stuff I haven't already said to him. That a lot of our friend group finds him weird. Because I mean, he's not a bad guy.
Yeah, he's a good person, but like.
Yeah.
I
He's
feel
just
like
hard to
he
understand.
just does this as
Sometimes
some
he just-
sort of. He does this as some
Sometimes he
sort of
just-
semi-twisted joke. Like he wouldn't go through with it. I hope
No.
he wouldn't go through with it. I know he wouldn't go through with it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
His idea of a
he
joke
got
is different than most people's idea of a joke.
he got in trouble with the oboe teacher because of that. Like not in
Oh.
trouble, but he's like,
Alfonso.
if he's telling you that they're saying that you're in their personal space too much, you kind of need to like try to work on that because it's not
Also,
okay to be in other people's space.
69%.
Well,
Nice. Anyways. Yeah.
but so yeah,
Okay. So.
that's the end of
did we
Alfonso.
say
Alfonso.
It doesn't matter because we're gonna bleep out any words that sound or any
Alfonso.
so like
We
any mentions of his name.
call him Alfonso? If we bleep out
Yes,
a
his name is Alfonso.
that means we
Yes,
use
his
the
name is
real
Alfonso.
name instead of the
Just
code
replace
name.
it with Alfonso.
Well, no, because that's too hard to do. I just static it out.
Just bleep it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, third topic. Personal experiences.
All right. So, do we want to
okay.
start with?
Let's start with just Universal as a whole.
Wait.
All right.
Before we
didn't like it that
before we
much.
do that,
And we'll start
Wait,
with you.
wait, Jackson, wait. What is it, Shrieker?
can we talk about how I got impaled through the foot?
Oh yes, let's
Hey,
start
what?
with that.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got impaled.
Alright. So I was 3. So it doesn't take much to pierce my skin because little children soft skin. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Oh god. Wait.
It's fine.
Wait.
Just keep going.
All right, so I went over to my neighbor's house. They're grandparents of my friend, and they lived relatively close, so they often visited. The friend often visited their grandparents. So I went to ask if my friend was over, and when I learned they said no, instead of walking back through the sidewalk, I went through the mulch, for their garden, quote unquote, and then went to my backyard. So when I was walking to my trampoline. That's what I was going to invite my friend for. I had part of the mulch in my foot, but I didn't know. I didn't notice. I limped, but I didn't feel anything. So when I got on the trampoline, I jumped, right? And so it put through my foot.
Ow.
It broke through the front of my skin, and then I noticed. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
and my brother was in the trampoline, and so was our other neighbor. It's like, hey, my foot is supposed to be red, right? And my brother freaked out. He carried me off the trampoline, took me to my mom. My mom panicked, and my dad just oh, it's nothing much, and he pulled it out.
Wow.
And we just bandaged it up. It wasn't that thick. It was the reference. It was the wait, what type of batteries are those? The ones that are used
AAA?
for ceiling lights. Not AAA. No. It's the one with the
9
two prongs.
volts. 9 volts.
9 volts? I think it's 9 volts. Yeah.
The big block
It wasn't that big.
Yeah.
So it went through my skin.
All right, do we want to move on to?
Yes.
We need to find a code name because I don't want him to
Lawrence.
be embarrassed by this. No, well, how about Jose?
Jose.
Or
Wait,
Juan.
is it because he's
Juan.
Spanish?
Let's do Juan.
Yes,
Juan.
he's Hispanic. So his name,
Jorge?
I'm gonna call this or bleep his or remove it. His name,
His code name.
his full name is Jose.
Jose.
I don't know his middle name.
Jose.
So that Josiah could have Juans.
No,
No.
Yes.
but his middle name.
Jose.
His middle name is
Jose.
but so his name is
Juans for your birthday.
his first name is actually Jose.
It's Christmas.
It's Jose.
Jose. Jose.
So
A long name.
we're gonna call him Jose
It's not that
because
long.
no one knows his name.
No.
Oh, and
Juan.
so Leah. His name is gonna be Leah.
Yes. Because we gotta do all the stuff that happened at Universal.
How about Luke
We
and
do.
Leah?
What?
Oh, we're gonna. Oh, we should have put that into the drama. We can just mention it in this one and tie it in.
That's what
Anyway,
I can
so-
get that now.
Back to the podcast. So, we'll start with that then. Yeah. So moving out of drama, or
So,
actually, we already moved out of drama with Streaker
Okay,
Split.
well, this
Anyway.
is drama and also a bit of personal experiences. We
Yeah.
went to Universal last year. Me, Tanner, I don't think you went, but
I did.
me, Josiah, and a couple of
Tanner
other.
went.
No. Tanner went.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
there.
Okay.
He did, 'cause
Yeah, he just
so-
switched the last day because he
Yeah.
didn't want to
Yeah.
be in Harry Potter Land anymore.
I didn't go because I was in a different middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to make sure how salty I am, so I like tell you guys how salty I am. Bumpus was planned. Oh wait, shoot! I probably shouldn't say my school.
I'll
My
bleep it
middle
out.
school. My middle school was promised Disney 2 years in a row, and we weren't given Disney at all.
Ooh.
And then when
Wow,
I
we
hear
got
you
Disney
guys go,
and Universal.
yeah, you guys went to Disney, and I'm like, okay, whatever. They took our budget once, we're gonna take their budget the next time. And then you guys
Nope.
went to Universal, and I
The
was
next year.
so mad.
Well, we always go to Disney or Universal.
Yeah, we always go.
Anyway, so when we were at
You guys-
Universal,
What the heck?
me, Josiah's girlfriend, Indiana, and then a girl who's a year younger than the rest of us named Leah. So we all went to Universal. We were just hanging out together and everything. We start going on rides and stuff. And well, so at one point we were going on.
Oh wait, Jackson. Are we gonna talk about the Mummy, or are we gonna talk
I'm gonna
about?
get back to that. I'm gonna go.
Are we gonna? So, what order are we going in? Let's go
Oh,
in.
no.
Let's
start
first.
out with what happened at the Forbidden Journey, and then
Wait.
I'm gonna go
You
back
mean with me? You mean with me?
with all of us?
I
All
want to point one thing
Oh,
out.
you mean the interrogation? Yes, Tanner. We need to go with the interrogation. You remember
Oh,
the
God.
interrogation?
Okay, that was fun. I also want to say.
Tanner, do you remember what did I ever tell you what it was about?
No, you never did.
Oh, I'll tell you during this.
I
Okay,
just
so-
want to point, I convinced our middle school band director. We convinced the middle school band director to ride Mummy with us.
Oh yes.
Yes, but before that, we rode the
I've
that
never
was the
been
first
to
one we did.
Universal. I've
Well, no,
never
it was
been to
after.
Universal.
Okay, we rode the Mummy first, and then we went on the Forbidden Journey later.
No. This is the first time we rode the Forbidden Journey. We didn't ride the Forbidden Journey first.
Oh,
I know because Jackson, because of the reason that I told you that they were interrogating me.
Oh yeah.
I know what
Wait,
sequence it
wait,
was in.
what?
Because Jackson,
Interrogate.
you'll find out, Shaker. Jackson, the thing you were that happened to you on the Mummy,
Yeah.
it happened to me too the second time you rode it.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Wait, what happened to Jackson?
so
We'll
you'll
see.
find out.
You'll find out.
So,
Me and Leah
so-
have a lot of stories.
first, we rode the Forbidden Journey, in Harry Potter Land, and after we got out, or that night, like I'm probably skipping over some stuff, but that night, we'll come back to it. That night,
Oh, yeah, this.
we Jackson fell asleep really fast,
Oh yeah.
and
Right.
he was out, and
Jose.
Tanner, or I guess I'll bleep that
I'll
out. Jose
I'll find it.
and Tanner, I asked them, hey, did y'all see the pictures from the Forbidden Journey?
Okay, that's your fault. You're the one who decided
Oh, yeah.
to say out of nowhere, "Hey, didn't you happen to see
Wait,
the
can you guys?
pictures?"
I
wait,
was
did you guys actually
curious.
take those pictures.
What?
Okay,
Oh no, we didn't.
I want to point one thing out. No one And if you do, good for you. No one post-ride actually goes and looks at the pictures. No
Well,
one.
I do.
No,
Right.
we did once or twice, I think. Someone mentioned getting them. So I asked you if you, because they, they're put up on screens. So I was just asking, like, hey, did y'all see the pictures from the Forbidden Journey? And both of y'all are like, no. And so I say, okay. And Tanner's like, wait, why? I'm like,
Once again, you're the one who brought
no
it up.
reason. I know I was. I'm not saying I'm not putting blame on you or anything. This was a fun thing for me. I enjoyed this. But so they kept trying to figure out why I was asking them if they had seen it. And the reason was my girlfriend and I, who we weren't dating at the time, but we knew we liked each other. We had held hands for the first time on that ride, and she had grabbed my hand right before we held the picture. She grabbed my hand right before the flash, and so I was like, "Hey, did y'all see the picture?" So I wanted to know if y'all had seen it, and y'all were like, "No." And I was like, "Oh,
Were you doing the flex that you held her hand?
yeah."
Yeah.
Fun.
Okay, but then
I had forgotten you told me at some point on a
I
band.
was like, I thought I told you, but okay. So now it's Jackson's part of the story.
So then on the next day, what happened? We went on Forbidden Journey again, but okay, I'm gonna go back to the evidence and stuff.
To the mummy.
I'm gonna go back to all that. Yeah. But
Okay.
so then we went on Forbidden Journey again, but while we were waiting in line that time, Leah turns around to Josiah's girlfriend.
Oh no! That wasn't line. That was in line for a different ride.
It was Forbidden Journey.
It was.
Yeah, it was Forbidden Journey.
Wait. Are you sure?
Yeah, it was Forbidden Journey. I remember we were about to go into the giant archway, and
I thought it was for the Hulk.
No, it was we were going into the right in front of the archway, the big rocks and everything.
Okay.
Well, he turns around and says that, and basically just says, "You guys like each other," and just basically calls them out on it.
Well, she shipped us.
Yeah. And then Josiah's girlfriend got a little defensive, so she turns around and ships me and Leah.
Right, because no one knew at that time.
Yeah, no one knew about the other stuff that had happened on the trip at that.
Anything really.
There was 2 or 3 things. It wasn't that bad.
Jackson, Jackson, you didn't know yet that she liked me.
Well, yeah, but she
What
she
other stuff are y'all talking about?
Nothing, not much.
But anyway,
so school
then I don't know why, but I didn't try to discredit that. Me or Leah, neither of us just said no, that's not how it is. Neither of us just straight out declined that.
Chloe, excuse me, Leah just laughed.
Yeah, she just started laughing. I wasn't really paying attention enough. I wasn't really focusing enough.
I think
really,
Jackson, you turned your head towards her and just kind of went.
Okay, whatever.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But then, so the thing was, and then throughout the trip, we they slowly Josiah and everybody and Tanner and everybody else in the group realized figured out about other stuff that had happened, on the mummy ride.
Wait, figured out. Wait, no. I was the one who asked you about the mummy. I asked you about the mummy afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I point one thing out?
So
past the interrogation, I actually throughout the entire thing I did not care. I was just annoying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we know, my policy is I don't care. I don't care. Where's the point in caring?
He just wants to interrogate people.
It's fine.
But
so on the mummy, I had ended up sitting next to Leah, but right before the ride started, she turned to me and said, "Hey, I just watched this movie a while back, and it gave me and it scared the crap out of me. So, would you mind holding my hand on this ride?" And I'm just like, "Okay, sure. I'm gonna be a good friend. I'm gonna be a good friend. Sure."
Bro, why are you guys so lucky? What is this?
Don't say where. I just want to point one thing out.
Yeah.
I was the pack mule of this, and I got choked multiple times from all the bags you all gave me.
Yes.
I rode by myself every single ride. So therefore, just Keep that in mind, Shaker. Keep that in mind.
Tanner, if I were there, I would have joined you in that backseat.
So yeah, that happened on the Mummy, and
then so that was the first time, right?
yeah, well, that happened on the Mummy, but then
Yeah. Well, we rode the Mummy twice,
yeah,
and so the first time we got
him.
we got him, our band director, to ride the ride with us, and we'll bleep out his name.
That was the second time.
And so
it was the time because
This is
he
the
was
second
sitting 2 over from me and Leah.
yeah, because he rode it with us the first time, but he didn't ride the second time.
Yeah.
And the second time was when my girlfriend and I did what Jackson and Leah did.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I left something on the lockers.
Wait, really?
Go back to it.
What'd you leave?
Oh, nothing important. Just my trip hat.
Mm.
You know, the hat.
Oh no, Tanner!
That? Come on.
No, we got it back. Remember?
Oh yeah, wait.
Oh yeah.
When?
Okay, alright.
No, we just went back to go and get it.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what? It's gone? I thought you had it at band camp. What?
Oh yeah, you did
no.
have it. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway,
Then
back
other
to
times
there's
of the
one.
day-
Well,
other times of the day, there was more stuff happened that
yeah.
kind of reinforced their idea, like
So-
Josiah and everybody else's idea that me and Leah liked each other.
Well, so you and Leah, we went to the Three Broomsticks to eat lunch, I think.
and we shared lunch because
y'all wanted to save on money, quote unquote.
and so what else? There was another thing. Yeah, we shared lunch. Helen had something to eat. What was the other thing? There's like one other.
You
thought that was it.
lucky egg.
Well, anyway,
The other thing was just that we had already had that whole thing, the whole meme war thing about you and her liking each other.
oh yeah, that was the other thing, the giant meme war.
And then Guy with his bad grammar trying to make one about me.
Yes, of course. Now Indiana made a quality one about you, Josiah.
She did. Wait, the one that the thinking of my that one?
The roses and all the other.
The thinking about my one?
Yes.
Where I'm drinking my Coke?
Thinking about that one.
Yeah. And here, Jackson, you keep telling a story. I'm gonna go send that over the Hangout chat so that they all know what we're talking about.
So anyway, and then okay, so we've kind of finished the Universal, but there is a little extension of the story between me and Leah.
Well, we haven't finished Universal. We still have Lorenzo.
Yeah, we'll
or
talk
Jose.
about, and then after that, we have time left. We'll talk about what happened earlier this year, actually, with me and Leah, and you actually just.
Oh, right. That involved my wand box.
Yes.
Fun.
That was
I
me,
wish
Josiah.
I wish I was in
and
middle school.
me and Josiah got
No,
together.
you don't, Sugar.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, what do you mean? No, I don't.
No.
Tanner's just like, no, I've been in this group a long time. You do not want this.
No, you really don't. No, he said he wished you would have gone to our school. No, you really wish you. No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Tanner's just like, you do not.
No.
9.
And the friend group thing. No offense to anyone or anything, but just no.
Jackson, can you find the picture?
Yeah, I should be able to find it. Hold up. I think I might still have a album on my phone from maybe, I don't know.
I'll put it up on the screen on the podcast, blurring out my face and the name.
Yeah. Yeah, I found it.
Oh,
yeah. There's the
next time we do drama.
There's the together.
Next time we do drama.
Yeah, there
we
you go.
need to mention. Next time we do drama, we need to mention Jackson. You doing you and the other.
Oh yes. Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana. Oh, that yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So just so you guys know, okay, there's like a meme
Oh my
between
God.
me, Josiah, and one of our other friends, and a couple of our other friends, because there have been so many times where I have gotten together with a girl and played a prank on one of my friends, telling them that I was dating them or that we were dating or something. We have done it. I have done it maybe like 3 or 4 times. and it's
Hmm.
we do it a
So
lot.
we'll share those stories next time we do something about drama.
Yeah.
So
Drama.
Maybe.
the next thing we need to do is we need to talk about Jose and Universal.
Oh God, yes.
Wait.
Tanner, have you heard this story?
I might have.
Yes, you have, because me and my girlfriend talked to you about it with the other Tom, I believe was his
That's
code name.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the band trip where we couldn't sit together.
Let's say which trip.
Wait. You and Tanner weren't allowed to sit together. What did you and Tanner do?
No. Me and my girlfriend, because it was one of the dark band trip, one of the
Yeah.
dark bus rides.
They
Oh.
yeah, okay, they don't let people of opposite genders sit next to each other on our buses in our band because for good
During
reason
night.
too, because
Stuff has happened before.
yeah.
Band people are crackheads. Just yeah.
I mean, even then people still manage to get away with it, like ugh. I
Wait.
was on the bus on I think it might have been the same one just as yours, Josiah, but this guy.
No, I don't think so, because we had assigned buses.
What if you? Okay.
Mm.
No offense to the LGBT alphabet community.
Yeah.
What if you just lied to the band directors and said you were gay or lesbian?
Well, no, that's not
I
going
mean-
to change it, because their rule is opposite gender.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there was when I think it might have been the same one as you, Josiah. I don't know. Oh, it was one of them, but
No, because we had assigned buses, because this was a football game.
it was one of the football games. I remember that. It was one of the ones where we had charter buses, and I was sitting in my seat, and I look across the aisle, and this guy has like laid out across two seats with a giant blanket over his head, and
Oh,
Wait.
Jackson.
and there's like, and it looks like there's just a pillow on the other side.
Jackson,
But-
do you need to finish the story?
Yeah, you might want to tread carefully about what you're about to say here, dude.
Wait. What is the story?
Okay, so but then he
Not
takes the
supposed
blanket,
to go.
Finish the
blanket off,
story.
and what looks like there's a pillow is still there. But then after all the chaperones leave, it turns out he was actually sitting with his girlfriend, and then they spend like the rest of the trip pretty much just making out and making it very awkward.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Oh,
Somewhere else with that.
Oh no.
I haven't seen that. If I had seen that, I would have told you guys a lot sooner
I
than
was gonna say, is there any way to cut off his microphone before he goes too far into the story?
There's
Jackson,
not.
can you mute yourself?
I could mute myself.
And that's why I want to do it on Discord, because if you go to Discord, you can mute each other.
Yeah.
Then we're just gonna be annoying though.
Well, it's more of a safety precaution.
Yeah.
Baden would totally
Okay,
start
alright.
muting us.
Yo, my parents.
So-
Okay, so go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I don't remember. Because I was just gonna do. We need to do Jose.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, Jackson, would you like
Go
to start
talk
us
about
off with
Jose.
this?
You go ahead. I've already started like 2 or 3
Can we
stories.
talk about? Can we
All right.
call him? Hose?
Huh?
Can we call him?
No,
Hose?
because that's a word that we have to censor out, actually.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Give me this. My brain's small.
Nah, it's not that smart. It's not that.
I
Not
said
that
small.
No,
I
Jackson,
can't
the word that has to be censored out.
I cannot English. Your brain is not that small, Shrieker. Come on.
Jackson, it is a word that you have to bleep out.
Yes,
Fun
it is. But
fact.
still.
Actually, random fact, but our brain is actually 60% fat.
So Jose. So this was the same trip, Universal. And so, all right. So we were going to the Forbidden Journey. This is the second ride that Jackson was talking about. And so it was, so You remember the reason that I asked you that question, Tanner?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
Wait,
the
did
reason
Tanner just age
that
like
we
50
wanted to ride
years? What
single
happened to his
rider.
voice?
Mm-hmm.
Tanner was
Yeah,
yawning,
no.
I think.
Okay,
Tanner-
alright.
I'm a tired boy.
But so Tanner, that was the reason
Okay.
that well you so I believe it was just Jose and Leah. It was Jose and Leah that wanted to ride single rider because I had to go and put our stuff in the lockers and they didn't come with me. And so
F.
I couldn't figure it out because I was kept trying to scan my ticket, my pass thing. And Tanner, you probably know that it was a fingerprint scanner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. So it took me forever. And once I was halfway through putting the stuff in the locker, when Jackson and my girlfriend came over, and were like, well, they wanted to ride single rider, so they went and rode single rider, and I'm like, well, we should just ride normal ride. So we went normal ride,
Jackson,
and
this is a lot.
we wait.
Jose.
Jose texts us that he's ridden it 4 times while we're halfway through the line, and so
Nice.
once we get off, we find Leah, and Leah tells us that she cannot find him,
Jose.
and that she's been looking for him for about 45 minutes while we were on the while we were riding it, and while we were in line. So Lorenzo, as soon as he had gotten off the ride, went and got back on. Leah didn't know this. She was trying to find him. He was completely gone. He didn't the rule was you were supposed to be with at least one person. Like you were supposed to be with at least 3, I think it was. But he was just
Jose.
alone.
You savage! Oh my god.
Okay. She was just sitting she had no idea what to do. And we got out and she's like, I can't find him. And we're like, oh.
Oh
So yeah, we
boy.
lost
Jose.
and we looked for about 15 minutes, half an hour. How long do you think it was, Jackson?
I have no idea. I don't remember
I'm gonna
that.
say like 20 minutes.
Did this entire thing unfold on the group chat? Because if it did, I had it muted the entire time.
No, it did not. Just
Darn.
well, I think we tried to get a hold of Lorenzo through the group chat, or Jose through the group chat, but it didn't work. And eventually he texts us. He texts, "Hey, sorry, lol," and then he gets back on the ride, and I'm just like, "Wait, he's responded. Wait, no, now he's not responding again." And so we wait for him at the end of the ride, and we catch him as he comes out, and we're like,
Jose.
Jose, you cannot do that." He's like, "Oh, sorry."
Long bleep. I
My
mean,
bad, man.
Jose.
Okay, now I remember.
That can be taken out of context so fast, dude.
So, yeah, and then for the rest of the trip, he kept lagging behind us. Jackson, you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Like my girlfriend and I kept yelling at him about it because he kept being 8-12 feet behind us, and we're just like, you can't do that. You have to be with us. It was probably more
We
20.
lost you once. We ain't losing you again.
Yeah, we can't lose you again. And we joked about getting him a little kitty, a kitty leash, like one of those backpacks that has a leash on it.
That's a thing, by the way. There's a baby leash.
I know, that's what we were talking about. We were thinking about getting those because I think they sold those there. So we were thinking about getting one so we could just put it on Jose. We did not.
How much money did
But-
y'all bring to the Universal trip?
I brought 60 of my parents' money and then a bunch of mine. But I'm just gonna finish this story. It might not have to do with
Jose.
Jose, like it does, but it's an interesting one, I think. Jackson, don't you think? The time scale of the rest of it,
The what?
like the timing of the rest of the trip,
For what? I wasn't paying attention.
the rest of the trip after we lose him.
Okay.
Our rush at the end of it, trying to get back.
I remember that.
Yeah, that. So
Yeah,
he kept
I
lagging
remember.
behind us, and so the first day we had wanted to go see the light show on Hogwarts, and we couldn't. And girl Indiana really wanted us to, or she was the one who said we couldn't, and like she's just like, we don't have enough time, we need to get back, and so we're like, well, okay, and so the second day, we were gonna very much try to get to there, and so we did, and Tanner and Indiana left our group before this happened, because they I think, didn't Indiana want to go hang out with her future boyfriend?
Yeah, the guy who
Wait.
liked. So
Wait,
she wanted to go hang out
real
with him
quick,
a little bit.
just like bleep this out or pause it. I don't care which. Indiana's Chloe.
What?
Chloe Cannon.
Yeah, Chloe Cannon.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure.
But so, and Tanner left because, so Indiana thought that Tanner left because he liked her. Tanner left because he didn't
awkward.
want to have to deal with Harry Potter. Tanner was sick of Harry Potter. So we rode so we were at the other side of, like, there's 2 parks in Universal as far as I know. There's one that has Harry Potter and one that doesn't, and I don't remember the specifics of which has which, but we were on the one that didn't have Harry Potter, and the light show was in Harry Potter Land. So we had to ride the Hogwarts Express to get over to the other park, and we got there, and we were kind of like rushing because we were getting close to where we needed to be to the place, like, to meet up with the rest of the band and leave. And so we were sort of rushing, and we texted our chaperone and said that we might be a bit late, and she's like, okay, be there by 9. And we're like, okay, we can probably do that. Sorry, I had to cough. And so we get to Hogwarts, and by that time it's dark, and we catch the very end of the first light show. And Jackson, I never asked you this. Did you see anything? Because you stood behind me and my girlfriend. Did you see anything during the light show?
The light show,
Wait,
or
was that
between you
at
guys?
Jackson's height?
Between me and her. But you were standing
I wasn't
behind
paying
us.
attention to you guys.
Okay. Because
I
you
didn't
came
know
up.
you guys were dating, so I didn't know to look for it.
Well, we weren't at the time. We just liked each other. But we were holding hands.
I didn't know you liked each other. I didn't. Okay, it took me about 2 months after that to figure out that they were dating.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and even
well,
then,
and at that point, she
Josiah
told
had
you.
to tell me.
Yeah, I told you that we were, like, sort of together, and then she had actually had to tell you that she liked me. But anyway, we were holding hands during that.
It took me
And
forever.
then you came up behind us and walked in between us, and we're just like, "Oh, hi." You like,
Hey,
you scared me.
bud.
And
Oh wait, no, I
then-
remember that. No, okay.
Yeah.
I remember. Okay, that I remember. I was like, okay, if they do like each other, then I want to make this as awkward a moment as I can.
Oh.
So I
Well, you
just
didn't make it
I was just
awkward.
like, hey guys.
You didn't make it awkward. You just made us, like, you made me kind of disappointed. I was like, "Oh, hi."
I just wanted to be like third. I just wanted to be third wheel.
And but then you said, "Oh, wait, I have to go get."
Prominent.
Yeah,
then
I had to go get a souvenir from
Yeah. Yeah, Jackson said he needed to go get a souvenir for his little siblings.
Yeah.
Smart.
And so he went off to
Jose.
went off to the gift shop of the Forbidden Journey.
Jose?
And
You mean
so
Jose?
yes, Jose. And
Also about the
Jackson
Third
Jose
Wheel
went.
Club. I'm a very prominent
And
member of the
Leah.
Third Wheel Club.
Leah had left our group because she had to go with another group or something to meet up with her chaperone, because we had different chaperones. She wasn't with us on the first day. And so it was just me and her. And then they when they got back, she and I were still waiting for the light show to start, the second one. And we were like, "Hey, wait." We look over. The wait line for the Flight of the Hippogriff is 5 minutes.
Oh yes, I remember
We
that.
get on and we finished writing it within 5 minutes. Like 5 minutes it took us to write it. Like, wait through the line and write it. And then to get back, the light show is about to start. And then Jackson and Lorenzo come over and we're like, hey, y'all wrote it. We want to ride it. So they wrote it and we watched the light show. And then by that time, it was like 9:45 or something. And we were like freaking out because we had like 15 minutes to get back. And
Deja vu.
Jackson, I don't
I've
think you
been
know
in
this.
place before.
Well, Jackson, I don't think you know this. While y'all were writing it, the chaperone called me because she's like, I was like, I don't think we'll be back by 9. And she's like, where are you? I'm like, Hogwarts. And she's like, call me. And so I had to call her. And she's like, where are you? Hogwarts? Why? I don't know. And she's like, well, try to be back as fast as you can. I was like, okay.
And then we were sprinting the whole way back.
Yes, we sprinted the entire way back. And it took us, 9 minutes?
So that actually does remind me of when I went to Universal last summer. We had, it rained a ton during like the middle of the day. So we barely got to ride anything. But we were like sprinting to try to find a ride that we could actually ride because we wanted to ride something. And everything was closed. We were like sprinting everywhere trying to find what we could ride. But we were like... So what Josiah was talking about was the second fastest I've run in Universal. Then we also ran through the rain, and that was we ran back and forth from about Hogwarts to the Hulk ride. We ran that about 5 or 6 times.
I forgot to mention
Yeah.
the reason that we were running pretty slowly was because I almost said Jose had a limp. Like he had hurt his leg somehow, and we were running slowly to make sure he could keep up with us and stuff, make sure that we didn't lose anyone, which is why we were running a little slower than we could have.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. We should probably move on to our last topic.
Yes. Okay.
Oh,
so we are
right.
trying to come up with a nickname for subscribers.
Yeah.
All 8 of them.
Oh, why don't we just call
Yeah.
them the keys?
Yeah, we have 8 subscribers, so there's 8 of them.
Well, calling them keys wouldn't make sense because then they're just useless to us because we pick what they're supposed to, like we make them irrelevant. So that wouldn't be.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Shoot.
Yeah. Subscribers are useless. We don't need them.
Yeah, we totally.
Yeah, we don't.
No,
we don't
we need subscribers, please.
Go
please.
away, guys. What are y'all doing?
Please subscribe.
Speaker's just like, yeah, we don't need them. Jackson, please subscribe.
I'm begging it of you.
I beg it of
Speaker's
you.
like, nah, we don't
Take
need them.
5 minutes
I'm
of
over
your
here
time.
like, please.
Watch at least a little bit of our podcast so we can get a view, and then subscribe and hit that bell because we want our content to reach you.
So,
What content?
Oof.
A whip.
Yikes.
No.
So what other?
The low gangster. No, I'm joking.
No.
What's up, Jake Paul?
Do you want to be dead?
Do we want what?
No,
Tanner?
Shrieker, do you want to be dead?
I'm good.
That's what I thought.
Greg Paul, no.
Should we say like the locksmiths or should it?
No, because that's us.
I say the locks. I say locks. Just my opinion.
We open their minds.
Our survivors, subscribers.
They are the locks. We open their minds. Without them having to go look it up on the web, which would be the key.
Yeah.
Wait,
all right.
so
We have 8 locks that we have picked 3 times.
The Lorax.
Don't please
okay,
don't start quoting the Lorax.
Never mind.
I speak for the trees, yes I do.
I hate you.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
I hate both of you now.
Wait, Jackson, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you watch the last podcast the whole way?
Not the whole way through.
Did you watch the very beginning?
Yes.
Did you hear your laugh?
Maybe. Let's see if I can play this here.
Let me pull it up.
I have it.
So it's after this. It's like right after you're like, I'm the new guy, and it's you laugh, and it's So
Hold up. Okay.
no, just wait. It's right after this.
Spanish doesn't go good well with my name.
No, it doesn't.
Just listen. Wait.
Oh, it
So
sounds
he
like I'm
goes-
snorting something.
Yeah, because he goes, I'm the new guy here. So yeah, I'm new here. So
I'm like,
and then I amplify it and like put reverb behind it, and it goes. Just because I did it while I was editing, I'm like, yes, I have to put that in.
just from
And then I also, so
Make
the first take of the second podcast, Tanner, you weren't there. So what happened was we were, Baden was putting on a mask because we were reading a horror story, and he was putting on a skeleton mask. And I was going to put him up on the screen, and we were all going to scream. So we do that, and we scream, and Shrieker doesn't scream, and he's just like, oh, wait, you're supposed to scream? Oh, right, okay. I was like, oh, that's fantastic, I have to put that in there.
Yeah. Wait, did you? Yeah. That's the very beginning. It's just. I didn't watch it. It's just. Sorry. Wait, we're supposed to scream? Oh, right. I was just like, yes.
Portray
Well,
drivers, the locks or the keys?
The
The
locks.
Okay, that's it.
the internet is the keys. We are the picks. We are the locksmiths.
Yep.
We open their
like the internet,
minds.
we are Ralph.
YouTube is
We are Ralph and that candy girl.
we are the makers of the
was-
locks. We are the
Yes,
locksmiths.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Question: Do you think this is a good time to end it?
Yep.
I mean,
Because
we've
that's the
gone
end of it,
through
pretty
our-
much.
We've gone through our
Yeah.
So-
topics.
Thanks for watching.
Yay!
So
Yeah.
as always, thank you for watching, and especially if you made it the whole way through, that's incredible.
If you made
This
it
was
to
an
the
hour
Christmas-
and 52 minutes long from
If
the
you have
recording
managed to put us up for this long, if you've managed to put up
for 2 hours.
for 2 hours of your life, then
2 hours.
I
you deserve
apparently
to
didn't
go.
even do it.
Oh my god! I
That's
have an hour to
incredible.
finish my paragraph.
Also, thanks for anyone who listened to our last one or the one before that.
40 of you for the first one and 20 of you for the second one.
20. Oh.
I was one of the ones from the
Almost
20. There's 19 from the second one. I listened to it last night.
Okay. All right.
Anyway,
So
yeah, Jackson,
We'll
would
see
you like
guys
to?
later.
See you.
Jackson, are you going to do the like and subscribe?
If you feel like liking,
Guys,
if you like the video, like the video. If you don't like, then please
Don't dislike the video because.
yeah. But
Unless
and
it really
if you feel
bothers
like
you
Honestly, don't really
subscribing,
care
go
what you
ahead.
do. As long as you watch the video, we're happy.
Yes, if you watch the
Unless
video,
this
we're
video is
good.
so bad
If
and
you
you
wanna
hate us.
like the
Like,
video,
comment,
the
and
video.
subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little
Subscribe.
bell.
Oh, I hate you.
Ugh.
Very important.
All right, bye.